Good morning. I hope you all are doing well today. Hanging in there. All right. So getting ready for our practice today, grabbing whatever you need for your practice. If you need pillows to sit on, multiple pillows, just one pillow or no pillows, or a rolled up mat. And actually, if you have like a couple mats, you can also have a rolled up mat. And then whatever props you need for our practice today. You will need a band. We're going to use a band later on. And then blocks if you use blocks. But finding ourselves in our seated pose, in our simple cross-leg pose, and beginning to bring ourselves into this very present moment. Just rocking it from side to side, or from front to back. And bringing ourselves, getting ourselves, preparing our minds, preparing our bodies for our practice today. And this rocking can help with the grounding. It can help with if you're mental, if you've been all over before you came into the practice today, maybe this helps to slow things down, to quiet things, to unravel some stuff. So just finding yourself, and if you are rocking from side to side or front to back, let's begin to turn this rocking motion into that nice torso circle. And you can start off very small and begin to get bigger with those torso circles, or you can keep them the same. You can use your hands as support as you go around. Today, yeah, I'm feeling a little like unbalanced for some reason. A little, yeah, so the hands are helpful today. Every day is different. That's the beauty of this practice. The beauty of the challenge. If every day is different, the challenge of every day being different. Let's go ahead and turn that the other way. So if you were circling one way, go ahead and begin to circle the other way. But remembering to listen to your body. Maybe you did something weird yesterday, or maybe you were in the car for 8 hours yesterday, or maybe you were at the computer for 12 hours yesterday, or maybe you were doing yard work or something like that. And so your body feels different today. Listen to your body and go with it. Go where your body's going to let you go, and maybe take yourself into comfortably uncomfortable to work out those kinks, or hold yourself back and know that, hey, today I need to take a little bit less. We'll take it down a little bit. All right, let's bring that back to center. Sit ourselves up nice and tall. I feel my hip flexors are tight today. If you've got the super tight hip flexors, it can be helpful to double that mat if you're sitting on it, or pillow, and lean yourself forward. That can help relieve that. And gravity can help pull that down. Let's roll our shoulders back. So let's begin to roll that out. Rolling those shoulders. You can add in those arms if that feels good for you. Maybe rolling out with those arms as well. And then let's go ahead and roll that the other way. Rolling those shoulders forward. It's also interesting. We do very much the same practice about Tuesday and Thursday. We do a lot of the same movements, but our bodies are changing. And for a lot of the times it's like, wow, have I ever even done this before? It's amazing. Go ahead and shrug that up towards the ears, and then release that down. Ooh, good. Shrug those shoulders up again to the ears, and then release that down. Maybe your arms are now heavier. And one more time, shrug that up, and let's get our arms to be the heaviest they can be, and release that down. Oh, so heavy arms release down, and maybe you've got some lengthening right there in that neck. Drop our chin to chest. Ooh. And just that lengthening of those heavy arms, shoulders away from ears. Yeah, maybe you found some release if you've got tension in the back of the neck or in those shoulders. Lift our head center. Let's take our eyes to the ceiling. Good. And we don't have that head back very far, but we've got enough space there. You don't want to crunch that back. Drop our chin back to chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Ooh, good. The head is back to neutral, lengthening up through our spine. Inhale and sweep this up. Big sun breath up. And exhale this down. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this down. Heavy arms again, so that you've got some space for that neck. Now let's look to the right. So looking to the right, imagining that we can get that chin all the way over to the shoulder. And then looking to the left, same thing. Imagining we can get that chin all the way over to that shoulder. Good, let's bring this back to neutral. Drop our right ear toward the right shoulder. Ooh, yeah. I have my hands planted into the floor, and so just dropping that ear down, wow, that was good. Bring that head back to neutral, other side. Drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. Nice. Maybe even in that jaw today. Wow. Good, bring that head back to neutral. Drop our chin to chest. Let's do some neck circles here. So right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. And just taking this from side to side. And I'm trying to keep my fingers planted to get an even deeper stretch here. If that is not available to you, if it's very uncomfortable, then go ahead and have those arms relaxed. So again, listen to your body, where your body can go today safely without pain. Maybe it's comfortably uncomfortable, but we don't want pain. So no pain, but hey, find that balance where you're a little challenged, maybe uncomfortable a little, but not in pain. Good, drop that chin back to chest. Lift our head up center. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us. If you can't grab those hands behind you, that's where this strap comes in handy. Wrap that strap and use that strap behind you to open up that chest and open up those shoulders, and we're lengthening through those arms. So you're holding onto your hands, you're holding onto your wrists, or you're holding onto that strap. Let's bend at our elbows. Bring our hands over to our right waist. If you were holding onto that strap, you can just bring your hands together now. And ooh, take that right elbow back towards that spine. This helps to open up the shoulder capsule, helps to open up that pectoralis muscle, this nice chest muscle right here. And it's a good stretch for the shoulder and the bicep and tricep. Good, let's switch sides. So take this over to the other side. Same thing, elbow going back towards that spine, opening up that shoulder capsule, opening up that pectoralis muscle, that chest muscle. And you're having to keep your spine tall, and you're having to keep your neck lifted as well. Good. And let's release that, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's drop our right hand down, reach over with the left. Let's keep our left glute, our left leg planted into the floor, or into, if you're sitting on a pillow, whatever you're sitting on, try and keep that planted. Try not to let that lift. Really having to work there so that you get a good, nice torso stretch here, a nice stretch in that low back and that waist, and in those front abdominals as well. Inhale and lift. And drop that down and reach over to the other side. Same thing, let's keep our right glute, right hip, right leg pressed into the floor, rooted into whatever you're sitting on. Keep that nice and rooted. Good, and breathe. Very nice. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale that out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up again. Let's clasp our hands at the top and press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen up here through our arms, through our torso. Make some space for those lungs. And let's do a few side breaths. So let's inhale it here. And exhale, big sigh out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. One more time. Big deep inhale. And exhale, big sigh out. Good, let's bring those arms out in front of us. Stop hands, rotate the wrists, rotate the other way. Good, and release those arms to our side. Roll our shoulders back and roll that forward. Inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's drop our left hand to our right thigh. Right thumb follows our spine down towards the floor. And let's do our first little spinal twist. Ooh, that feels good right here. Breathe it. Inhale and exhale. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Drop our right hand to our left thigh. Left thumb, it's going to follow our spine down to the floor. Twist it here. Seated spinal twist. Oh, that feels good on this side. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. That feels good in my rib cage too. Front rib cage and back rib cage. That's a good one today. Nice. Let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Very nice. If you are sitting on something, we can go ahead and move that off to the side because now we're going to begin to warm up our core and our legs. So let's go ahead and lean it back, fingers facing front. And let's take our legs as wide as our hips, or you can go wider. And let's go ahead and drop this from side to side. Oh, yeah. So yeah, yesterday was the first time I had ran in about a week because I wasn't feeling good again. So that's my hip flexors are screaming today because I went back into my running mode. Oh, goodness gracious. So maybe you did something different yesterday or the day before, something you normally don't do, and you're like, what's going on? Oh yeah, it's because I did that. So good to recognize, good to know that our bodies are always changing, always moving with what we're doing. Very good. Let's go ahead and, where am I at? Let's keep our right leg in front, left leg off to the side. And this nice zigzag. Sit ourselves up tall and let's twist over to the left first. So big tall twist to the left. And now one of the favorites, oh, big twist to the right. Getting that wonderful hip twist, stretch. Oh, and you can use that back arm to twist yourself even deeper into this. So as deep as you want to twist into this, maybe comfortably uncomfortable, but remember, not painful. So you don't want to overstretch into pain, but maybe right into that spot where you're like, this is good. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale that out. One more time. Big, deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. And let's twist quick for 4. Take this for 4 and center. It's 3. And center. It's 2 and center. And last one and center. Good. Lean this back. Windshield wiper again. Let's take this from side to side. Very nice. Wiping and wiping and wiping. Let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Nice zigzag here. Sit ourselves up tall, twist to the right, tall twist to the right. And now we get our big twist to the left. Yay. All right, get that big twist to the left. So good. And again, use those hands to push you as leverage to get you into that bigger twist where it feels right at that point where you're like, yeah, almost. And let's breathe this here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale that out. And big deep inhale. And exhale this out. Good. Bring this back to center. And let's twist quick for 4. Take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last one. Ooh, and back to center. Very nice. Let's hinge this forward here. We didn't do this on the other side, so we will in a moment. But let's just hinge this forward. Your glute, your right glute may not even, mine isn't even touching the ground. It may not be touching the ground. It may be high and lifted. That's okay. We're just doing this nice hinge forward to get even deeper into the hip flexor stretch and into the back stretch. And maybe that hip stretch, right, as well. Good. Let's bring this up, switch those legs, and we'll do that hinge forward on this side too. And yes, this side, my glute doesn't even go down on this side either. Sometimes it does, is not today. My hip flexors are tight today. So they are keeping everything lifted. Again, recognizing what's going on with your body, listening to your body, super important. That's part of the practice as well, is learning about our bodies and listening to our bodies, learning to listen to them. Good, let's go and release that, and let's lengthen through our legs. Let's keep our knees bent, flex through our feet, reach up through our arms, and let's go ahead and hinge this forward. So we've got this nice lengthened hinge, but our knees are bent, our feet are flexed, lengthened arms, and our shoulders are down and back. So we're getting a really good spine stretch here, even at the beginnings of a really good hamstring stretch. Let's inhale and lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Inhale and lift this up, and exhale, hinge this forward. Our next one, we're going to change it into a boat. So inhale and lift this up. Good, keep this here, release our arms down. So now we have changed into a boat. Maybe you want to bend your knees a little bit more. You can by moving your glutes towards your heels or moving your heels in. But we've got ourselves in this nice boat pose right here. So good, let's breathe this. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale this out. We're engaging that core. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Release our arms down to our side. Now even more, fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's go into a reverse tabletop. Another favorite. Plant those feet. Let's lift our pelvis up. So nice, reverse tabletop. This feels really good on those arms. Right there on that elbow crease. Ooh, that's good. Or that the shoulders and the biceps. That is good too. Strong legs, strong core, strong torso, relaxed neck. This is very good. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Drop that pelvis down. Simple cross leg. And let's go ahead and hinge this forward. Just to release that. Any tension that's stuck there or left there. Good. And release. Grab a block. Let's go ahead and grab one of those blocks. Block is going to go between those knees, taking ourselves down onto our backs. Let's go into some more back stretching, but also some back strengthening with our bridge work. So still kind of warming this up, but our backs and our core are kind of a little warmed up now. Heels are nice and close to our glutes. Hands are right there by our sides. Elbows pressed into the floor. Let's inhale and lift our pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, drop that pelvis down towards the floor. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale and lower down. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower down. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale and lower down. Our next one, we're going to hold up. So let's inhale and lift this up and hold. Holding this here, and you can breathe normally here. So use your breath as we are lifted and as we are holding in this bridge. This bridge, we are strengthening our core. We are strengthening our quadriceps, our front thighs. We're strengthening our glutes and our hamstrings, our back thighs and our glutes. We're strengthening that low back, strengthening a lot of things here. Maybe you can do a little bit of a body scan and recognize where you are feeling this at right now. I'm for sure, I normally don't feel it too bad in my quads, but today quads are on fire. Interesting. Breathing this here, using that breath, inhaling and exhaling. Making sure that we are engaging our glutes, so our glutes are lifting our pelvis up. Glutes are holding up that core. Our abs are also working. Maybe you're feeling it in the low back. Maybe you're feeling it in your arms and shoulders, because that's what's helping lift too. Let's inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, let's slowly lower pelvis down towards the floor. Lift our legs up off of the floor. We've got that block between our knees. We're still holding out here. Hands, fingers are going to go right by our temples or right behind your head, but they're not going to be, we're not holding our head. They're just touching here for the side to have our arms open. Let's crunch this up, inhale, and then exhale, lower that upper body down. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, crunch this up. And exhale, lower this down. And if you're finding that you're holding your head, then take your hands away from touching your head. Lift this up, inhale. And exhale, lower that down. One more time. Inhale, lift this up. And exhale, lower that down. Very nice. You can release those arms and slowly release the legs down to the floor. Very nice. You can release that block off to the side. Good. Let's reach behind one knee, reach behind our right knee, pull that in. Let's get a little bit of the beginning of a hip stretch here. And let's rotate our ankle. Rotate that ankle since it's in the air and rotate it the other way. Good. Release that. Let's reach behind our left thigh, left knee, pull that in. Get that really, really good hip stretch right there and rotate that ankle. Let's rotate it one way. And then rotate it the other way. Good. And then release that. Let's drop both of our knees over to one side, take ourselves onto our side, press ourselves up. And we're going to come up onto all fours. We're going to move into our cat and cow. So we've got our shoulders over our wrists, our hips are right over our knees. We've got this nice quadruped position, very neutral spine. Let's drop our belly to the floor, eyes to the sky. Go ahead and hold this. Imagine that your belly can drop all the way to the floor. So maybe you get an extra good back stretch here. Imagine us dropping all the way down. And you don't have to have good posture in those shoulders right here. Those shoulders can be dropping too. You can let that chest drop. And then from here, let's begin to engage the abs, pull those abs in, round that spine, take our chin to chest, and let's arch this. And we're going to hold this arch now. So holding this up, maybe you rock a little bit from side to side or from front to back. That feels good on the wrists and the shoulders. Right there, but keeping that arch, keeping that back, that cat back. Lifted, stretching up. Ooh, pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Good. All right, let's bring that back to neutral and we'll do the cat and cow together. Let's drop that belly, inhale. Round our spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Bring that back flat and neutral. Good, let's lift our left leg, or right leg up. Right leg is lifted. Lengthen through our left arm. Now you may not be able to lift your arm today. Your hand may be down on the floor, that's okay. We just want that leg lifted. The addition is that arm. So this is your full pose. And then we're gonna add in a little more, get a little tougher with that movement. So we're going to bring that elbow to that knee 6 times. Let's go ahead and bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3, and extend. Here's 2, and extend. And last one, extend this right here. Big deep breath. And as we exhale, you can release that arm and release that leg. Very nice. Back into a child's pose. So glutes go back towards heels. Ooh, stretching through the front of those feet. I love this one. So good. Stretching through the back, through the arms, through the shoulders. Very nice. Ooh. Bring ourselves back up. All fours, cat and cow. Add that breath. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Flatten through that back. And now we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other side. We're going to do it on the left side. So let's lift our left leg. Maybe your leg's all you're doing today, or you're lifting that right arm. And we've got that full bird dog here, this nice balance. Good, very nice. Elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in and extend. There's 6. Bring this in and extend. There's 5. Bring this in and extend. There's 4. Bring this in and extend. There's 3. Bring this in and extend. There's 2. Bring this in and extend. Hold this extension. Hold this here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Release that arm. Release that leg. Child's pose. Take this back. Glutes go back towards heels. Oh, my ankles really are loving this today. They're loving taking that back. Very nice. Looking forward with our hands, let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand, place it right on top of that right hand, and let's get that left glute. Ooh, try to get it over towards that left heel. And you might get a good stretch up the left side of the body, right there. That lateral, latissimus dorsi, your lats and your back. Good, let's go ahead and walk this over to the left now. So let's take our right hand on top of our left. And now we're trying to get our right heel towards our right glute. And maybe you're getting that really nice stretch. That really nice stretch in that latissimus dorsi right there. Maybe in your waist, maybe in your back. Maybe it's those ankles. Maybe your ankles are just loving this too today. Good, let's go ahead and bring this back to center. Very nice, lengthening through that, this nice downward, or this nice child's pose. Remember that child's pose is one of our poses. This one and downward facing dog, you can always come back to. If you ever need to take a break, child's pose is your home base. Child's pose or downward facing dog, just depending on where you're at in the practice and in your practice. You can always come back to a child's pose or to a downward facing dog and then rejoin the practice when you're ready. All right, let's bring ourselves back up onto all fours. Let's curl our toes under. Go ahead and place your blocks where you want them for our sun salutations when we get there. But we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. Let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, and lift our tails to the sky. Oh, and get that good spinal stretch. Right here, you can bend those knees as deeply as you want to get that tail, that spine. Nice and lengthened into the air. Head is relaxed in between those arms and shoulders. This is a good stretch for those shoulders as well. And then let's begin to pedal our feet, pedaling our heels down towards the floor, waking up our calf muscles even more, waking up our Achilles, the backs of the heels. Whoo. And just pedaling that. Very nice. Let's drop both of our heels down towards the floor, finding a little bit of stillness right here. Let's lift up on our toes, keep our heels high, and drop both of our heels over to one side. Wow, that's a good ankle stretch there. Very nice. And then lift that back up center and drop those heels over to the other side. Good, and bring that back up center. Very nice. Woohoo, that's good. Maybe nod that head yes, or shake that head no. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat, the front edge of our mat. And you can have your blocks where you want to grab them. We're not going to use them quite yet. We're going to come into a ragdoll first. So we've got our feet planted. Let's allow our arms to dangle. So we are in a nice ragdoll here. Maybe your knees are super bent. Maybe your hamstrings are still really tight. Mine are really tight today, so my knees are kind of a lot bent today, or super bent today. Allow those arms to hang, to dangle. Relax that base. Let's take the opposite elbow with the opposite hand, make a frame for that head. Oh, so you are folded in half. Upper body is heavy. Lower body is planted into the floor. Not forgetting to breathe. Good, let's release those arms. And now we can grab those blocks. Bring ourselves nice and close to those blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, flat back, look forward. So we have, that nice tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. So you can take this up nice and slow because our head has been low. So take that as slow as you need to. Inhale that up. And then exhale this around into a chair. Whew. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Let's keep our right leg forward. Take our left foot back into a lunge. It's right here. Left hand on the block or on the floor or on a wall or a chair. And let's spinal twist this over to the right. So we've got that nice tall lunge. Maybe your tall lunge is way up here because you need something higher to support you. So listening to your body where you can go into this tall lunge. Got this nice lunge here. And let's go and bring ourselves back to center. Take our foot back to make the other foot into a strong top of plank right here. So strong top of plank. Yes, shift our weight forward. Drop to the fronts of those knees. Let's uncurl our toes. Heart is going to go down to the floor. So chaturanga, heart to the floor. Lift our heart up off of the floor, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Oh, my calves. This is where I'm feeling my calves today, big time. So good. Breathe it here. Just like our child's pose, this downward facing dog is your home base. This is where you can gather your thoughts. This is where if you ever need to take a break, you can take a break. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold at the front of our mat. Good, let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back into that lunge. Right hand on your block on the floor or up on a chair. Whatever is supporting you. And let's spinal twist it to the left. Breathe. Breathe it here. Good stretch. Bring this back to center. Take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank. Shift our weight forward. Drop the fronts of the knees. Uncurl our toes. Chaturanga. Heart to the floor. Heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl those toes under. Lift and press. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Breathe it here. Maybe nod your head or shake your head. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Front edge of our mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand back on the floor or the block or the chair, whatever you're using. Let's spinal twist it again over to the right and breathe. This time in the spinal twist, let's go ahead and take our arm to the inside. So maybe your shoulder can get to the inside of the knee, and we're going to drop our back knee, uncurl our toe, and then bring ourselves up. So lift ourselves up into a kneeling crescent. So reach this up, nice kneeling crescent. It feels good on those abs. And then let's bring this forward and take our foot back to meet the other foot into that strong top of plank. Very good. Let's shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, chaturanga, heart to the floor, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Oh, maybe you're like me where you're trying to get those heels down towards the floor because your calves are tight. Or maybe you've got some sinus congestion and this down dog is very challenging to you today. Just listening to your body and going with that. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, full, front edge of your mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, around a chair. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward. Right foot goes back into that lunge. Right hand on block or on the floor. Let's spinal twist this open to the left. So that left leg is forward. We've got this nice left lunge. Good. Let's take that left arm, left shoulder to the inside of that left leg. And we get a little good stretch here. And then let's drop that right knee, uncurl that toe, and lift ourselves up into that crescent on the floor. Oh, yes. So good for that torso. Let's bring ourselves forward. Bring ourselves back up into that lunge. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into that strong top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, chaturanga, heart to the floor. Lift our heart up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. This is where you can get your life back together. It's like one of the bike instructors, they're always like, when we get a break, this is where you can fix your makeup. This is where you can get your life back in order. So this is where you can get your life back in order right here in this downward facing dog. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. Very nice. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep this up. Exhale it around the chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back. Left hand on block or floor again. Let's spinal twist this open. Very nice. Ooh, I feel much stronger on this third one. This is really good. Hopefully you do too. And if you don't, that's okay. Again. Bring this back to center. Take that foot back to the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, chaturanga, heart to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. Yeah. There you go. Put your life back in order right here. Wouldn't it be nice if everything was solved with a downward facing dog? Let's center our weight here and let's go ahead and keep our weight in our left leg. Let's lift our right leg up, bend at our right knee, drop our right heel over towards our left glute. Woo! Opening that hip flexor, getting ourselves ready because we're going to go into that full pigeon. Let's go ahead and bring that bent knee back to center and sweep the leg through. Oh, sweep the leg. Bring that down. Maybe you need support underneath your glute. I think I do today. I'm gonna put some support right underneath that glute. And you can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, or all the way forward. Again, listen to your body, where your body is letting you go today. And if you are finding that you are super tight, like tight to where you're like, it's hard to breathe, maybe release that a little bit. Maybe bring yourself up a little bit so that you can breathe. And then use those deep breaths to help move you deeper into this pose, into this pigeon. Help smooth that out, to help open that up. Open that pathway. It's a mental pathway as well. This isn't only physical, it's mental pathways too. So realigning all of that, your thought process, your physical process. Good. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves up. You can move, if you were sitting on something, go ahead and move that out of the way. And we're going to press ourselves all the way back up into a downward facing dog. So lift ourselves back up into that down dog and maybe pedal those feet. I'm going to pedal my feet. That feels really good. So maybe pedaling that and dropping our heels towards the floor. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. Good, let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back. Right hand is on that block or the floor. And let's spinal twist this open. Yes. And recognizing maybe you feel stronger now or not. This side doesn't feel as strong or as stretched as the other, which is a good thing to just notice. Not trying to fix it, but just noticing, one of my sides is a little bit off. Good, let's bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank, strong top of plank here. Let's shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, chaturanga. Heart to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Woo. All right, let's center our weight and press into that right foot. Lift our left leg, bend at that knee, and drop that left heel over towards our right glute to open up that hip flexor, quadricep on that left side. Very nice. Bring this back to center and let's sweep this through into that full pigeon using support if necessary. For me, today is necessary. So we've got that nice pigeon. You're either on your hands, on your elbows, or all the way forward, listening to that body. And again, if your joints or muscles are like screaming like this is really tight, use that breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale to help release that and to help smooth that out. Warm it up, smooth it out. And maybe you're finding with each exhale, you might be able to release a little bit more. And let's begin to bring ourselves up. If you've got support underneath you, go ahead and move that off to the side. And let's bring ourselves all the way up into that downward facing dog again. And let's pedal. Pedal those feet, pedal those heels towards the floor. Very nice. Good, and then let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold. front of our mat, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale, big mountain pose up. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Nice standing forward fold. We're going to do that again. Inhale, big mountain pose up. And exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Keep this forward fold. Very nice. Let's keep our right foot forward and take our left foot back, drop our left heel. Let's find alignment so that our front right heel is lined up with our back left foot arch. And then let's go ahead and bend that front knee, find ourselves into a warrior one. So let's go ahead and go warrior one here. Very nice. Good, warrior one. Breathe it here, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Let's open up into a warrior two. So finding our proud warrior. Again, front knee is nice and bent, back leg is straight and strong, and breathe it here. Inhale it deeply, and exhale it out. Let's find our reverse warrior. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful or reverse warrior, lengthening through that. Trying to center that weight, keep that front knee bent, inhale it deeply here, and exhale it out. Let's straighten through our front leg. Both of our legs are straight and bring ourselves down, tilt ourselves over into a triangle. Opening that up. Hand is to the shin or hand can be on your thigh. You just don't want your hand resting on your knee joint. So either on that shin bone or on that thigh, just not on the knee. And we're opened nice into this triangle pose. That feels good. Lengthening up through that. Bring ourselves back up, bend through that front knee back into that warrior two. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Let's windmill our arms down and then go ahead and bring our back foot forward to meet our front foot. So now our left foot is up with our right foot and we're in a nice forward fold. We'll relax that here. Just let yourself dangle, let yourself ragdoll. And we've got two big mountain pose breaths here. So inhale, sweep this up, big mountain, big tall mountain. And exhale, dive it down and over. Again, inhale, big tall mountain. And exhale, dive it down and over. Good. Let's keep our left foot forward. Take our right foot back. Drop our right heel. Let's line that front left heel with that back right foot arch. Find our warrior one. So hips are squared forward in front of that bent knee and bring our arms up. So we've got our nice warrior one. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Open up into warrior two. Again, front knee is nice and bent. Pelvis is pressing straight forward now, or squared straight forward. Strong arms. Let's add in that breath. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Drop our back arm. Take our palm up. Peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. That feels good. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. That is a good stretch. Good. Release that front leg. So both of our legs are now straight. Tilt this down or windmill this down into that triangle. So hand is either on that shin or it's on that quad, on that thigh, not on the knee joint. Opening that up. Ooh, that's a good inner thigh stretch right there. Big deep inhale here. And exhale it out. Good. Bring ourselves back up. Warrior two, proud warrior. Bend through that front knee. So finding that proud warrior. Let's add in that breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Let's windmill our arms down, but we're bringing that back foot in to that other foot so that we're in a standing forward fold. Once again, maybe your fingers can touch the floor. Mine usually can't, but today they can because we did a lot of this low lunging. So my fingers are on the floor today. Big mountain. Inhale and sweep this up. Big tall mountain. And exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back into a top of plank. Good. Let's drop to those knees. And we're going to bring ourselves back into a child's pose. Turtle though. So our arms are going to be by our sides. Our palms are going to be facing up. Elbows are going to be dropping off to the side. Make yourself into that nice little turtle shell. Right there. Oh, and breathe. And our hands by our knees. Let's press ourselves up. Take ourselves onto our backs. Grab your strap and then grab whatever you need for final relaxation when we get there. We're gonna stretch our legs first with our strap and then we're gonna move into our relaxation because you deserve it. You deserve some good relaxation today. Let's take ourselves all the way down onto our backs. Let's grab that strap. Let's take our strap around our right foot. Lengthen through our left leg. Let's pull, use that strap to pull that right foot, right leg into that torso. Oh, and maybe you're feeling that hip flexor stretch or just that really good hip stretch or glute. Maybe your glutes are tight. Maybe your low back is tight and this is just feeling excellent. This is so good today. Let's press up through that heel to the ceiling. Pull that leg towards us. I love using the strap here because I love that what that strap allows me to do with my leg that I normally wouldn't be able to do without the strap because I can't pull. I'm not as that flexible that I can pull my foot. So I love using the strap for this. I'm going to pull that towards you and use that breath. Let's keep our strap in our, or actually let's take it into the left hand. Drop that leg across the body. Deep twist here. And maybe you can look over to the right and breathe. Oh, and maybe recognizing where you're feeling this at today. Maybe it's where you normally feel it at when we do this twisty stretch, the spinal stretch, or maybe you're feeling it somewhere different. And let's go ahead and bring our leg back up to center. Let's pull that a little bit closer to our torso. Bend our left leg, release that strap. Go ahead and release that right leg. And let's take that strap around the left foot. Pull that in, use that strap to pull that leg into your torso. Oh, so good. So good. And then press up through that heel to the ceiling, pulling that leg towards us. Very nice. Maybe you're able to get that good hamstring stretch. We've done a lot of hamstring stretches today with our pigeon, with our warriors. Those are for sure some good hamstring stretches. And we did a lot of mountain breathing, a lot of sun salutations. Let's take our strap into our right hand and let's go ahead and drop this across the body. Deep twist here. Looking to the left. Go and look to that left hand if that's available to you. And as you are here, recognizing maybe where you're feeling this at. Is it your normal spot that you feel it? Different spot? Or maybe you're feeling it completely different area than the other side. Maybe on the other side, you felt it in your glute. On this side, you're like, I'm feeling this up in my neck. Or just the recognition, not trying to fix it, but just awareness of where we feel things in our bodies. Such a good practice. Such a good thing to be able to do. So good for our minds. Let's go ahead and bring that leg back to center. Pull that leg towards us. Bend at that other leg. Let's release that strap. And now we can put that strap off to the side and then grab what you need for final relaxation. So if you use an eye pillow or a regular pillow or blankets, whatever you use, grab that. And prepare yourself for our final relaxation. We're going to lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room. Reach through our arms, fingers towards the other end of the room. Really, really reaching through that. Lengthening here, adding a few inches to your height. Let's inhale it deeply here. And as we exhale, let's allow ourselves to sink and to settle. Let those feet just fall open. Let those arms be open. Chest is open towards the ceiling. Face is relaxed. Release that jaw. Relax that scalp. Slowing that breath down, slowing those thoughts. Maybe if you've got some anxious thoughts, maybe allow yourself to put them over off to the side for just 2 minutes or even 1 minute. I know sometimes it can be hard to even stop the thoughts for 1 minute, but maybe that can be your relaxation challenge just for 1 minute to put the anxiety off to the side just for a moment. And you can pick it back up when you need to. But give yourself this time. Give yourself this time for your nervous system to come back into some regulation, to slow down and breathe. And nice and slow, still relaxing. Let's bend our knees. And maybe you could flatten your back to the floor or not. Just bend those knees, let those feet ground into the floor, flatten into the floor. And let's drop our knees, both of our knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side for a breath or two here. Relax. Nice and slow. Let's begin to bring ourselves up into a seated pose that feels strong and supportive for you. And Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening up through our spine. That feels very good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Lift that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and the sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale. And one more time, big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you